Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Band Trading Cards, and we have a new segment for today, and I call it TCG Talk, where we talk about different topics of trading card games and give our opinions about it. And we have a special guest for today, and he's a TCG YouTuber, and he has a YouTube channel, and the name is Peeweez0 or Peeweez0, whatever
Mm.
you call it. But I think it's Peeweez0. We're gonna ask him. Okay, so let's welcome Peeweez. And hi, Peeweez. How are you?
Hi, Ben. Thanks so much for having me on. My gosh, I've been following your channel for a while, so thanks.
oh, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
uh, yeah.
And first of all, I would like to congratulate you with 118 subscribers. That's good,
Thanks,
man.
Ben.
So,
Yeah,
so
I.
difficult to get that.
Oh, seriously.
I last time I was 20 and then 30 is difficult and 50 is like you crawl, crawl, crawl until you go up. But sometimes subscribers go down, up, and it's
That's the
a
thing.
way. It's a journey.
If
So
I,
that's why 118 is really good.
no, no, no. Thanks.
And your next goal will be, I think, 300, right?
I don't know. I'm a bit OCD, so I think 250. I like 100, 250,
Okay,
500, like
nice.
that.
You like
Let's go
that?
by 250s. So that's my next
Mm.
goal, and then I'll likely have a different giveaway at that time as well. So.
Oh, so you did a giveaway in 100?
I
You
did.
mean?
I did a
Oh,
101.
nice. What
I
was
just
that?
gave some. It's kind of like a trial giveaway. I did. It's the MetaZoo Reverse Hollow Second Edition Cryptid Nation cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave away three of them, and then I just wanted to get the logistics of like mailing it out, getting in contact with everyone, and
Mm.
then like I set up a YouTube Gmail account as well now because I found out it's a lot easier to get in touch with people rather than going through like contact me on Discord, contact me on Instagram because YouTube you
Yeah.
can't direct message people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it that way. So next time will be a lot smoother.
And is this your first giveaways?
Yes, it is. Yeah, on any
Yeah.
social media platform. I do some selling on eBay, uh, of some vintage stuff, and
Mm.
so I do know how like shipping works and stuff.
Nice.
But just like contacting the different subscribers, and it is a different story, right?
Mm.
so
Yeah.
so yeah, yeah. And I know you do a lot of giveaways as well, so you must be pretty familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a lot, a lot, a lot, but I stopped giving giveaways for I think 2 months because I was some of the winners doesn't contact me, and
Oh,
that's a problem. I don't know. They just join and they don't um, follow if they win or not. They just whatever they want. And then I
yeah.
have many that did not claim it, so I have to do it again. But I think I have to get their first. I have to get their email and address
Mhm.
before when they join. So that
Yes.
if they win, then just send it, right. It will
Yeah,
be easier.
exactly.
I gotta set up like that form, so I'm thinking about it. Then I will have a Patreon giveaways as well,
That's right.
which
I
a
remember you had
Patreon
one.
is easy because
Mhm.
they're already there and they have address and you just send it to them. Yeah,
Yes.
I will have that. And then, by the way, just to give a little bit of a story about how I met you. uh,
Oh. Oh,
I
should I be
was
worried?
in Maida Zoo posting my content creator medal. So
Yes.
Maida Zoo gave me the content creator medal, and I posted there.
Yep.
And then you contacted me, right?
Yeah, no, it's a really big accomplishment, to be honest. A lot of people have applied and they still haven't gotten a reply back. So
Mm.
definitely you getting the content creator medal means that you are doing a lot of things right in the eyes of MetaZoo at least. So
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
And then they changed the medal now with the design.
Yes, it used to be a bunny man
Yeah.
holding on like it kind of looks like the YouTube award as well, but now they changed it. So
Yep.
it's a bit different now. But
And it makes our card be rare.
More exclusive. Yes, it definitely does. So
Yeah.
pretty jealous on that end. But since it's you, it's good.
Oh, thank you. I was bugging them always, almost probably every 2 weeks. Hey,
Yeah.
may I know where's my medal? Where's my medal? And then he said, "Okay, this guy is so annoying. Just give it to him."
You know what? Maybe I
Probably
should
they
try
did.
that. We'll see. I'll try it after our
Yeah,
conversation
until
here.
they get annoyed.
Yeah.
So, all right. And also, by the way, guys, Peeweez is a member of the Discord, which is my Discord, which is
Yes.
Ben TC and Friends. Okay, the and is like the symbol and. Yeah, Ben TC and Friends. You can also join us. And Peeweez is really have many posts there, and we post food as well for TCG
Oh,
people
yes.
who love whatever food. You can
Sure.
also
Food a
post.
foodie. Yes.
Yeah, and then artists, they're there, and some of the creators. I haven't invited them because I want to have like to test my capability of moderating it because I'm the only one. I have a lot of things to do,
Yeah.
so I'm testing it on how to moderate few people first, and then
Yeah.
eventually add. Because if it's sudden rush of people, oh my goodness, I don't know how.
That's a legitimate concern because the more people you have, the more, I guess, chances of certain
Clutter.
discussions happening that you may not want on your channel or all that stuff type
Yeah.
of thing, right? So
And
yeah.
you
So
not you
definitely,
you end up banning many,
yeah.
something like that.
Rules are rules, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Mm.
we're gonna have a different topic for that, like how
Yeah.
do you behave in Discord community?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a
And this is a new segment on our channels that we're gonna talk about something about TCG,
mm,
everything. And I gonna put it in my podcast as well. So that if you're in the car, you just listen to us. Yeah.
yeah.
And then maybe we will have with Peewees every week, probably, or every 2 weeks, or every month. But I don't know. This is my first time, and
Yeah.
this is our
So testing the
first time.
waters. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about and the topic, and then we will give our opinions. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the topic for today is a counterfeits card, right? Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of counterfeit cards distributed. Okay, I've seen it, and some people are also giving me information about it, and
Yeah.
they give me pictures as well. So, but before that, I want to let you know, guys, our background, a little bit of our background, and Peewees as well, so that you will have a picture on what we are.
Yes. We're not just a pretty face, you know. We actually have some
Oh
story
no,
behind us.
Peewees has a pretty face, but I don't know mine.
But we can agree we have pretty glasses, so
Oh
it's
yeah,
good.
we have this. So I think we have the same optometrist or op-
Optometrist, yes.
optometrist. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
a coincidence we have the
yeah, no,
same one.
seriously.
So if you see my logo, you might end up mistaken with Peewee's. My logo has a glasses as well, which is
Uh,
similar. Okay, so Peewee's, maybe you can start with your background. Um,
yeah.
that our
I guess
viewers
what, like,
know.
how long do you want me to go far back?
Since you were a baby.
Baby. So you know what? I really like staring at the ceiling and
Yeah, yeah. First time I'm staring at the ceiling, and then the second few weeks I was looking at the bed.
exactly. Then I learned how to roll over and okay. So I guess where we started with TCGs, I guess. So I started off. So I'm a '90s kid. So my first introduction to TCGs, I think with most people is mine was Pokemon, and I
Mm,
kind of played that in the playground. So when I was like in grade 2 and grade 3,
mhm,
and then at that time, like no one really, there was not much collector mentality, at least in the my social circles of kids. So we kind of like just threw them on the pavement and all that stuff. And of course now no one does that. Everyone sleeves it and all that stuff.
uh,
But it was really fun time, you know, like trading card games where it's actually trading cards. Like you would actually trade stuff. Now a lot is just buying and selling. But before, I remember a card that I had a deal, I guess that's the best deal I got. Was I traded like two base set Alakazams for
mhm.
a first edition Alakazam. And then like it'll be like unheard of nowadays, but yeah. So I started off there, and then when I got into middle school, I started collecting some Yu-Gi-Oh! Like you can see up here. So I still have some of the
Mm.
boxes from way back when. And I actually played that one more competitively at my local LGSs. And it was really fun. It's different. I know a lot of people say that TCG sometimes it's hard to get into, but when you get into it, you really get into it. And Ben has a lot of tabletop simulator videos, and
Mm-hmm.
then definitely I can see there that you're enjoying the games, and yeah, definitely that's what the cards are for, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And later on, I drew, I guess, going to college, university now. Then I got into a game called Legend of the Five Rings. It's not as popular, but it's kind of like the base of it is talks about feudal Japan, and then there's different clans you can play. Like there's like the Crane Clan, there's Lion Clan, there's Crab Clan, all that stuff. And then it's like a multiplayer one, so you can have up to like 6 to 7 players with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the sad thing is, actually, in 2018, they discontinued it. So it's now I guess, an antique. Like, is there a specific term, Ben? So whenever like a TCG kind of like goes out of existence,
Vintage.
vintage. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's vintage. And then I got back into TCGs during the pandemic, found my old cards, and I'm only mainly focused on Pokemon there, and also some MetaZoo. So
Mm.
yeah, and then now we're here.
Yeah. So for my life, I
Yeah,
think
Ben.
I s- actually I started when I was in a grade school as well. My It's a different game. It's a card, but it's a aircraft. So you compare
Oh.
aircraft to aircraft.
Hmm.
It's like a photo of the airplane. Like there's F-14, F-16, Concorde, and they have like power. I don't know. I really it was blurry now, and we compare it, and whoever is the strongest and then dies. Very simple,
That's pretty
Poop
simple. Yeah,
and compare, poop and dead.
yeah. It's like
So
the card game, right? Like
yeah, and
whoever
then
gets a high
you want
number.
you want that card because that's strong. And so
Mhm.
it's like trading game.
Yeah.
Then I started with the Marvel Universe Inc. You know that with
Yeah, I remember
all
seeing it before. But
yeah
yeah.
all the superheroes, and at the back of it is like their statistics,
Yeah.
like the height of Superman. Not Superman. No, it's Marvel. Captain America, Spider-Man, all the Marvels, and I've learned different kinds of heroes there,
Yeah.
and I draw whatever is there. I love drawing, so I love torch drawing like fire. I love
Mhm.
that. Then you can. I don't know how to play that, but what we did is we toss it like we if we're playing two of us,
Yeah.
you give me your we get I get your card and I have my card and we put another one. At least three people playing,
Okay.
so all face up, and then you toss it in the air like
You just physically throw it.
yeah, and whatever lands, then oh, by the way, you bet with like I think you say three cards.
Yeah.
So once whoever is different facing, so he's the winner, right? And
Yeah.
all the bet will be given to him like that. So
I,
it's
you-
it's not like you fight
yeah.
with there, but it's like gambling actually.
I I have to jump in for 1 second. Sorry, Ben.
Mm.
What you're describing is just Pogs, isn't it? Remember
No, no, no.
Pogs
Oh,
back
oh
then?
yeah, I
It's
know there's
similar.
Pogs.
Yeah.
We did it with the Marvel Inc.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
but
I
I
guess that's
haven't played Pog. I don't like drawing actually because it's not in my
yeah,
interest.
definitely. Sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just play the Marvel. It looks
Okay.
nice when I have that. I have like a pile of those like this because
Yeah.
once you win, they will
Mhm.
you will get all the cards. Not all the one that was bet on
Yeah.
during
So you
your
got the
toss, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
really
so
interesting. That's
very interesting. And
yeah.
then I got those. I don't have money, actually. I got those. The airplane thing is I borrowed it from a cousin, and Marvel is I was given it was given to me by my friend, and
Mhm.
he gave me a few, and then we played, and then got a lot of collections. I won many times.
Nice.
Then I got those. Then I give it to my nephew, and I don't know where he put it. It's actually
Yeah.
some of
Well,
them are also have price are expensive right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's collectors for everything, right? Yeah.
yeah. And then my classmate introduced me to this Magic the Gathering. I said, "Wow, this one is really cool," because I compared with Pog, Airplanes, and Marvel Universe, and this one, wow, this one is a different art, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like painting. It's painting actually,
It is,
and
yeah, it's literally
yeah,
a work
so
of art for sure. Yeah.
and I was attracted to it because I love to draw. I like art. Then I said I don't have money because how much is this? What? I don't have any allowance in school. I have
Mhm.
to like pack lunch. So I just said, okay, can I borrow it and let's play. So I go to my classmate's house. We
Yeah.
just play there and I have no cards. That's why
Yeah.
when I see a certain card, a certain game that is expensive, so
Mhm.
I tend to get out from there because
It's
it hurts, if you love it and then you can't afford
yeah.
it, it's difficult. And I don't have any um that much I don't have any allowances. They don't give me money because
Yeah.
by the way, I was orphan, right? I'm not
Oh,
sure
I
if
didn't know that.
I'm
Yeah.
an orphan. So
Okay. Wow.
my parents died at 6 when I was 6. So I was with my sister. And if you live with your sister and you're asking for money,
Yeah, I can
no,
imagine.
don't,
Yeah.
don't bother that. I want game and watch. Nah,
Yeah.
I want this. Nah, all no. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have to work. I have to work to get that. So I
Yeah.
said, okay,
No.
I will stop. And that
No.
was, at, and then I started just watching on the website when I was in college, like not watching what I was surfing on the Wizards of the Coast website,
Yeah.
just looking at the artwork because I really love Magic. And
Yeah.
then now I came to Canada and I was
Mhm.
happy that I have spare
Yeah.
budget for buying those things, TCGs.
Definitely. Yeah.
Now I buy, man.
Bit too much. No, I'm joking. But yeah.
No, I budget my because I know about investing,
Yes.
so
Okay.
I have a knowledge of that, and then I have budgets with my wife, and I make sure that she knows that I'm buying something,
Mhm.
and she does the
That's important.
bookkeeping with the
Yeah.
family bookkeeping only. That
Yeah.
we don't have a company,
Yeah.
so I made sure that I have, and then if I have extra, and then yeah, I will buy, and then I said, okay, I'll make a YouTube.
Yes.
I'll make a
Yeah.
YouTube
Yes.
because I want to share because I'm just the only one playing. My wife
Yeah.
doesn't play. My kids doesn't play. My older son he plays, but
Yeah.
he was taking
Mm,
care of the our younger one,
understand. Yeah.
so we don't have any
I
time.
understand.
So I'm the only one. I will need someone to talk, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And
Just like I think like you need
exactly.
someone.
So first of all, I'm starting to hear about,
Hmm.
I guess your past and everything like that. But
Yeah.
I guess it's for the best. It's where you are now, right? So,
Oh yeah. It
yeah,
really
definitely. All
mold
your
me
experience.
to
Yes, definitely.
to to work hard to get
Mhm.
something. It's not
Yeah,
like mom, dad, and then they will give you. No, it's not like
exactly.
that. That's
Yeah,
not my life. That's
yeah,
not my life.
yeah.
So if I need this, oh, I have to work. I have to
Yeah,
get that.
yeah.
How? Yeah.
Wise beyond your years type of situation. Yeah, but for the channel, exactly, it's the same thing. I do have friends that are into like Magic and Pokemon,
Mm,
but yeah, don't we don't really play it that much, and we don't talk about it as much either. So that's actually why I kind of created a channel as well,
mm,
because the
yeah.
community is just so amazing. It doesn't matter which TCG community you are. I started back in with the Pokemon community
Hmm.
on Instagram. It's amazing. And then MetaZoo was really great as well. The Discord, everyone was very inviting. And hopefully, like I joined, I'm really glad I joined your Discord and
Hmm.
widened my horizons as well and got to meet a lot of new and very friendly people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it makes sense that we go to TCG because this is our hobby. And did you create contents not related to TCG before?
I did actually still on my channel. I didn't remove the videos, but I used to stream. There's like
Uh-huh.
an app game. It's called Alice. It's kind of like a guild versus guild type of battle thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I kind of just recorded our Discord chats while during the battles and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I used to stream a little bit on Twitch, but not anymore type of situation. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How
For
about
me,
you? Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, no. I was just gonna ask. Good
Uh,
segue. I was gonna
uh,
ask, how about you? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. For me is I also I did blog. I blog a lot every day. So last time it was
Yeah.
in started 2010,
Oh,
and
well, okay.
yeah, until I considered posting words is as blogging, right? It's the web blog. So anyway, I
Yeah.
blog, but I did 2010 when I was in Singapore because I want to document every time I do something. I have to document it
Mhm.
because it's like for me, it's like leaving a legacy. Like I told my son, "Hey, if your kid will ask, who's your grandpa? Who's grandpa, dad?" And I said, "Okay, go to this link. That's your grandpa. That's the
You
life
better
of your."
you better have like a backup for it. Otherwise, you don't never know when the website goes down or something like that.
I don't know because I have a Yahoo account until now. It's still on,
Fair enough.
and and I go to those who are high profiled website.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I'm not
So,
I'm good with that. So I have 2010 blogging, and then I did podcast 2000 excuse me 2017, and I did it every day as well.
okay. Yeah.
So that's my background on creation, and also now in YouTube I do every day. So because my reason is I want to practice my writing skills when
Mhm.
I was in 2010 because that's my aim is to go to Canada to go to
Yeah.
Canada to
No.
immigrate, and we need English um, skills to
For
go
sure.
here. It's so difficult, and you are, I think
Oh, damn. I'm more of a native, native
you're
born type of
yes
individual. Yeah.
you grew up here, and
Yeah.
it's not you can't see the how it was so difficult to go here.
Yeah.
And I always tell my son about that. That's why I documented it so that if my
Mhm.
son will be in this proper correct
Yeah.
age, then he can they will read all my blogs and they could
Yeah.
see the progress.
No,
And
that's amazing. Yeah.
until I created my journey to Canada, and I created a group, actually a community with 3,000 people. And but
Mhm.
I'm not that active anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. Yeah.
yeah, and then I moved to TCG because this is I think this is
So that's your passion type of
my
thing, right?
passion, my
Mhm.
hobby, and it's like I was suppressed for how many years with MTG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was suppressed with MTG until now. I play Magic Arena. I love
Yeah.
those.
Okay.
I have hundred thousands of cards here of
Yeah.
MTG. So it's like I want to invest myself as well, my happiness. You
Yeah,
need
of
to
course.
do that. You
I-
have you have a budget for a birthday party. Then you have a budget for your happiness. That's
yeah,
what I think.
definitely. No, but then both important, right? Like you have to budget for family life stuff for sure. But then
Yeah.
if you have a hobby, that's what I've learned as well, right? Like in the beginning, I kind of like overspent a
Mm,
little bit, not really, but yeah, but now that you have to find that balance, right? And for sure, I think it's an amazing time for you to get out of the box of just Magic because
mm.
there's so many like Kickstarters going on nowadays, right? It's like the 1990s TCG revolution again. Like there's so many TCGs out there that you can choose from, and they all look really great. So
Yeah, because I learned about this that if you widen your personal, I'm not sure if this is the correct word, personal space. If you widen it, like for example, if you're single, you only think about yourself,
mhm.
right? Then if you're married, you think about you and your wife, and then you have kids, you think about your family. And then
Yes,
once you think about when you go out community with churches, something, you think about the community with the church, right? So
yeah,
anyone will you are protective with your community. And then once you expand it more, like you feel it like this is your country, like Canada.
yes,
um I belong to Canada, and since I belong to Philippines as well, so I widen my personal space or something. So I yeah,
horizons, I guess. That's
horizon,
a
yeah,
yeah, horizon.
horizon. Then
Yeah,
I widen it, and then I'm inclusive. So that's
yes,
why in TCG similar. Like I was in a MTG, I wanted it to Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, and now I'm in the Kickstarter and everything. And I don't I don't hate anything. I don't hate any TCG. Of course, you will be disappointed sometimes, but you're
Yeah,
not there to bring down this TCG so that this will go up, something like that. So
exactly. Yeah,
you need to have inclusivity with everything. Um,
definitely. Yeah,
like the
have an open
TCG,
mind with everything for sure.
open
Yeah,
mind, and
yeah.
I know some of the people they said, I don't like this, I don't like the art, they are garbage. That's why I don't do that.
I,
Yeah.
I have to do a little plug for because mainly my content is MetaZoo stuff. That's
Hmm.
what they said about MetaZoo in the beginning, right? They're
Yeah.
just like looks like kids drew it or like
Yeah.
people without any experience and look at where it is now. I think a lot of people actually enjoy you never know what people actually enjoy, right?
Hmm.
People will enjoy like the really, I guess, traditional type of like magic art or something like that. But there's also
Yes.
people that enjoys like the 90s art. Like when Pokemon first came out, it was just like a Pokemon and then the background was just whatever. And then now like Pokemon has evolved into like full art cards,
Yeah.
alternate alt cards, all that stuff. And there are people that like it, but there are people that don't. Some people only collect vintage. And
Correct.
I think a lot of the community, they can kind of intertwine. And like MetaZoo and Pokemon kind of does that. And then MetaZoo actually has like different aspects of like gameplay aspects of like Magic the Gathering or
Hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff. So yeah, everyone can get
And
into
have you
all the
seen
stuff.
the Kamigawa latest one for the
For
Magic?
MTG,
Yeah.
I saw a little bit on like Alpha Investments, but that's
Yeah.
that's actually where I get all my MTG
Very nice.
information.
I
Yeah,
love the artwork. And if you compare Kamigawa to Urza's
mhm.
Destiny, what was that? Urza's card or the
Legacies. Yeah, yeah,
limited
yeah,
Urza's Legacy,
yeah,
and it's totally different,
yeah.
it's like, is this MTG now? Right? So, but of course, you have to evolve and you have to, because trading card games is a popular culture. So whatever
Yes.
is in today, popular today, you have to blend.
Yeah,
You know,
for
I
sure.
think that's one of the reasons why some of the TCGs have fall. When it was the 90s, they did not go with the popularity of whatever culture is in there. That's
Yeah.
why you can see Street Fighter now, Batman
Yes.
in MTG. You can see also the artists. Last time they bring some of the artists and they have cards for the artists, something like that. So
Yeah.
MTG is smart,
They are,
uh,
yeah. Yeah.
so
The
smart.
special like they're doing like the serialized cards now a lot, right? So that we can talk about that like in another segment. But
Yeah.
serialized cards are definitely like they add so much uniqueness to and collectability to cards
Yeah.
nowadays that in the past I don't think many people really even did that. So
And now, the problem of modern TCGs is that we have counterfeits. So,
yes.
yeah, counterfeit cards is really a big, for me, it's a big problem. Like for new people coming into this new TCGs, like me, I came in here late because of financial matter. um, I came in, and then if I ever see it in MTG, I thought that it's real. But some of them are counterfeits, and you don't know how to, like
The
modern
distinction.
cards,
Mhm.
man, there's almost identical. And
Yeah.
people are sending me pictures of those, and I haven't showed it because I'm not sure if it's appropriate. But
Yeah.
um, some of the content creators as well, they give me some. I have a video actually for Flesh and Blood, um, on detecting the counterfeits, because the problem here is that MTG has the counterfeits.
Mhm.
Then Pokemon, I'm not sure about Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe there is.
Oh, there is. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then Flesh and Blood is now, it's creeping
Sure.
now in the Flesh and Blood market.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then it's difficult for the newcomers to detect, right?
Yeah, for sure. And an extra layer
And
to
I
it.
think
Oh, sorry.
I think you have an experience with counterfeits, right?
I do. Not that it's I'm doing any counterfeiting myself, that type of experience.
You're a dealer.
I know, right? No, not that type of one. But yeah, it's just counterfeit cards. It's Sometimes, like in the past, there were also counterfeiting, like in the 90s as well, with like Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there were some uses for it. I would say, I guess if it's more like you're playing with your friends or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of if you don't have the top graded card because it's so expensive, sometimes a counterfeit card. I don't know if that's how counterfeit card culture came about. Maybe you could use a counterfeit card in that case, put it behind a what do you call it? A card sleeve, so you can't
Mm-hmm.
tell the difference, and you can kind of use it for play purposes. But I think the bigger issue nowadays is because how profitable TCGs are, and then it kind of like you're kind of messing with people's finances or financial futures as well. And I think that's a big issue that came there. But if it's just for play wise, I can see maybe just playing devil's advocate some uses of counterfeit cards, but yeah, it's I don't advocate for it. And like lately there's been counterfeit cards actually going to like PSA, which is the grading company, and PSA have actually been grading them, and
Mm-hmm.
people have been buying those because they're thinking PSA is authentication company, so this must be real type of situation, and that's causing some issues as well, right? So
So how do you define counterfeits with TCGs?
uh, I don't know. It just came with some trades, like you said. It's so hard to
Yeah,
tell sometimes, right?
like
And
hard to tell because
yeah,
um, we have to establish what is counterfeit actually.
mhm.
Because maybe people are confused with proxy and
Yeah,
counterfeits, right? And I can
yeah,
see that proxy is almost similar to, for me personally, it's a counterfeit because it's
yeah.
not the real thing. Because counterfeit is actually, I'm gonna read you this one here. Counterfeit
Okay.
means made an exact imitation of something valuable or important with the intention to deceive or defraud,
Mm,
and also a fraudulent imitation of something else, a forgery, right? And it's a verb, imitate fraudulently. You can go to the Google and
yeah.
find the meaning of that, and that is very clear. That is forgery,
Yes.
if fraud, and yeah, forgery and fraud and deception, right?
Yeah.
So giving making another card that is not the original one is counterfeit,
Yeah.
right?
No,
So
I completely
proxy,
agree. Yeah.
so A is equal to B, so C is proxy. C, proxy is a different card
Mm,
and it's identical to the original, and it's not the card, the original card. So A is equal to C. So that means proxy is not the original, right?
yeah,
So it's so
exactly.
B is equal to C. Counterfeit is proxy.
So I guess it's
Proxy is
a
counterfeit. So that's what
yeah.
I think about that, the logic.
No, 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 that makes sense. Yeah. It's kind of like the intention as well. Kind of like counterfeiting is you're doing it specifically to kind of trick people into thinking that it's the original. But proxy cards are kind of like imitation cards, like you mentioned in your definition. Kind of like there are some that look kind of pretty interesting, but you know that it's not made by Pokemon Company type of situation.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So yeah.
And the problem here is that what I've said a while ago, new players, collectors, and investors who are not well versed in this TCG will be totally deceived, right?
Yeah.
And or they might go to a professional, the one that was
Yep.
experienced, but mostly no, because like you and me, we don't have someone to talk to. Like,
Yeah.
like this pandemic, you can only see on eBay,
Exactly.
marketplace, and then we buy it, and then that's the problem.
Yeah.
And it might get into the local tournaments like
Yeah.
the
The circulations.
LGS,
Yeah.
and you really, if you see the card, man, it's so
Like,
almost
like there's
also
no,
almost
they're identical for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
unless you use like the MTG,
Yeah.
the green dot test.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and yeah, you know that.
no, no. Can you expand on that a little bit? I haven't
Oh,
heard about that.
okay.
Yeah.
So to know the real MTG is that
Okay.
you go find a 90x. I use 90x, but you can also use 30x magnifier. You
Okay.
can buy it in Amazon. And once you use that, you can go to the green. You can see at the back of the MTG, there's like a green dot, red, black, white.
I'm gonna research it.
There's a symbol. Yeah. there.
So
You see the
so it's the
green
same.
there. You see the
Yeah.
green
Yeah, the
circle
green
there?
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see the green
Yeah.
circle. Yeah. Yeah.
That green circle, once you magnify that at 30x or 90x is better, you will see four dots, red dots there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
If you can't see the red dots, and then that's a fake. Yeah,
Wow. Learn
because
something new
it's
every day.
so small. Yeah, it's very small that it's really new printers right now has also difficulty to make that, but I don't know, maybe
Did-
they can. But you see the old cards is difficult to counterfeit, right?
yeah, 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 definitely. Oh,
Because
wow.
of the coloring, something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Do you think they kind of did it on purpose just to counterfeiting type of situation, or just it's just something that was built into the game unknowingly?
And maybe unknowingly, because
Yeah, yeah,
they might have um mixed with other colors,
yeah.
and it happened that it was offset. I'm not sure,
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they
yeah,
did that.
yeah.
And in the flesh and blood as well, you can see if it's a fake. You can see the trademark TM sign on the back. It's so
Yeah.
small that it's difficult to counterfeit.
Mm. No,
Yeah,
no, no. No,
you
that's
know that, right?
awesome.
The one that I did a video about that.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, I saw that one for sure. Yeah, I don't have any flesh and blood cards personally, so I can't grab it out the
Yeah,
same as
and the
Magic.
problem
But
is it will flood in the secondary market, eBay,
mhm,
Facebook
yeah,
Marketplace, and maybe I'm not sure if it's in the TCG player.
yeah,
And yes, you can, of course, you can get your money, but the problem is the newbie, they don't know how to claim, to send a claim to someone, right?
it's
It's
true.
it's
Yeah,
so difficult. Like $100 card, it's okay with $20 card, $10 card, maybe you can just brush it off. But for 1,000 card, one a $500 card, that's big
yeah.
money, you
Did
know?
you hear? It kind of relates to counterfeiting, but did you know that eBay for cards over, I think $600, like if it's a US to US seller,
Hmm.
they have that authentication automatic process now. So that
Oh,
you have to, if you're
nice.
the seller, you have to send it to, I guess the eBay base of
Uh-huh.
operations, and then they would actually authenticate that card
Wow,
just to see
nice.
if it's real or not, and then they would put it in like a eBay slab type of thing. It's free of
Hmm.
cost, and then they would send it to the buyer after that.
You know the cost, how much?
No, it's free. So any cards over $600 that is purchased on eBay,
Wow,
600 US dollars, I think. Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's so it's kind of controversial. Some people like it, some people don't, because the sellers kind of worry that during the process of mailing to eBay and then
Mm-hmm.
eBay kind of handling it and
Yep.
then sending it back, it might not
Ah,
look exactly the same
correct.
as when they purchased it.
Correct.
So, but then other people like it because, like you said, it's like a few $100s. You kind of want that authentication to feel comfortable that you actually
Mm-hmm.
purchased the real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay. That works.
Yeah,
But of
exactly.
course it comes with money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
Maybe you
yeah, I
can
don't.
add $20, $30 of, right?
Some
Maybe.
people thought that they're like maybe they can do it like an option as an add-on. So instead of
Mm,
automatically if it's 600, then you send it over, but you can add like an extra $10 or $20 as a buyer to get that authentication. So the
mm-hmm.
seller doesn't lose out on getting worried about the card will get damaged type of situation,
Mm-hmm.
because you kind of have to. It's not an automatic thing that happens. So
Yeah. And okay, so we're talking about like the problem here, and we want to also give our solution, maybe our idea on what to do with the problem, right?
yeah, 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 of
We want to
course.
know how to make it like flawless so that you can use it in the tournaments and
Mhm.
something like that. Or maybe we have an idea. I
Definitely.
have some idea. Maybe also you
Oh,
can share it.
yeah.
So one of my one of my subscriber commented on that um specific video that I created about um counterfeits.
Yeah.
And he said that he said here, allow it in tournaments. Said that
Oh,
it
so
should be allowed in tournaments as a great liberator for the poor. Some
ah,
of the um, because some of the people can't afford it, and some cards cost around $500 each, right?
yeah, exactly.
And okay, I want to talk about
Yeah.
that because he said great liberator of the poor, and that is what my background is. That's why I talk about my background. That I'm poor. I was poor. So
Yeah.
I don't want to give an excuse for being a poor. If I can't afford a certain game, it's not for me because I don't want to put myself into that game and I can't once I get addicted. So how can I buy more if I'm poor, right?
Yeah.
And they said if you have the skills to play, yes, what you can do is a solution for being a poor is you can have a friend, and if
Mhm.
your friend is just a collector or an investor or whatever, borrow that card if he allows it because it's for your friend, right?
Ben, are you
If
talking about my comment in the beginning? This sounds exactly like my experience.
oh yeah, and then
Yeah, that's kind
yeah,
of funny. Yeah. No,
and
no, I'm just joking.
they said some people can't afford, of course, anything, guys. Shoes,
Mhm.
clothings, cars, houses. Don't buy it if you can't afford it.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the
Number one
universal
rule.
law.
Yes.
Universal law of finance. Don't
Yeah.
buy if you can't buy it, you know?
Yeah.
If you have a credit card, it's not your money, it's from the bank. You borrow it, right? And make sure
Exactly.
that you can repay it before 30 days.
Glad you
So that
mentioned it, actually.
oh
That's
yeah,
good.
that's the law. That's what we
Yes.
are doing here. We just get the points of the cards, we have the cash back. Because if you pay it below
Okay.
before 30 days, you can have a points, you can have a cash back, and then you can use it in the groceries again. It's
You know what?
smart.
Yeah. I'll have to
So
talk
you
to you more about that later then.
oh
That's
yeah, I have
a lot of my
a
experience.
knowledge in
But
I have a
yeah.
knowledge in investment in Canada.
Cool,
Anyway,
cool.
so we do that, and
Mhm.
I don't want, like, for me, I don't want to go to a kayak, not kayaking, a yacht club.
Yeah.
What is
Yacht Club. Yeah.
how
Yacht Club.
is it yacht club? They race with yachts?
Uh, I don't think they race with yachts, but they
No,
do
no.
have like a
So sorry,
oh sail
sailboats.
club. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, sail club, not yacht. In
Yeah,
my
because I'm
picture, it
like,
was
wow,
yacht.
that's a
They look like
really
a
big
yacht, but I don't know about boats. So anyway,
yeah.
sailing. So I talked
Sailing
with
club. Yeah.
one of my customer. I talked to him, and he is into a yacht.
Mm.
Sorry, sailboats,
Sailboat. Yeah.
and he bought a sailboat, $100,000. Okay,
Okay.
and this is a hobby. I said, "What will you get with this?" And he said, "Nothing." What? And then just a trophy or like with
Oh,
people. And I said, OMG, this is like a TCG, but you don't earn something, right?
yeah.
Or if you are a supplier of the parts of the boat, yeah, you can earn, or the
Yeah.
sale, you can make a sale, and then us the material. But going into this kind of hobby, I can't afford it. This is
Yeah.
too much for me,
Sailboat.
and you can't get
It's
an
a, yeah.
your ROI is just happiness, right?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
enjoy. But for me, I'm not that person. I need,
Yeah.
of course, to sustain myself. And
Exactly.
having this, he said, every year he has a expense of about 10,000 US dollars because of
Oh.
the port, the dock. You have to
Yeah.
put
Yeah. Yeah. They're just
your
kind of
boat,
renting the
and
space.
it should
Yeah.
be up. It should be up on, not on the water, because it freezes on winter, right? It
Oh,
should be
okay.
put
So they
in a
have it.
certain rack or something. They put
Yeah.
it in the warehouse or a place
So
where,
so storage fees and all that
yeah, and
stuff.
then
Then yeah.
you have to clean it, and you have to
Ah,
put a special
upkeep.
thing.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, that's a bit, I told myself, oh, I'm not investing too much in TCG. I'm still good, because
Yeah.
I only bought $100, $100 box, and
And,
I'm not that.
and
I'm still in good in good
exactly.
finance. So
And
I
and with
compared
TCG.
with that. I compared my TCG with
Mhm.
that thing. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's a good comparison.
and if I can't afford it, I won't go in there. Although I love
No.
sailing,
Yeah.
I love sailing, but
Yeah.
don't use poverty for to
Yeah.
to make the company favor your request, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Something like that.
It's,
So
mhm.
that's my thing about this topic about liberator for the poor. So
Yeah.
for you, what do you think?
Um, I well, I agree with what you brought up for sure. And then, but I think that like I for sure don't think that the actual companies should get involved with counterfeiting or doing any proxies of
Mm-hmm.
that sort because they should keep their brand as clean as possible, keep the quality up. But so before, like another way that around proxies, even like you can actually get some old cards and then maybe like put some whiteout on it and just write over it. You can
Mm.
just do that, right? Like, so if they allow proxy cards, I don't know, that's kind of tough to, I can't see that working in any tournaments really. Uh, do you know if any tournaments allow proxy cards? I don't think so, like official tournaments.
I heard some of the tournament they use proxy card, but this is my also another solution for that. You will. This is I discuss it in my other videos.
Yeah.
For the proxy card, you can you can also use a proxy card, but it should be clear, like diagonal proxy, like that. But
Yeah.
the picture is similar to what is in the original one, but it
Yeah.
says proxy there. It's printed,
Yeah.
okay? Should be printed. And this is representation of an original card. You need to have an original card
Yes. Okay.
to play that proxy. You have to show the original card. Maybe it's in a slab,
Yeah.
and show it to the judge, and this is my proxy, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you can also do that by this manufacturers, game creators. They can create a token representation of a certain card, which is high the valuable card, right?
Yeah.
Like $1,000 card, $6,000. Like the there are cards in Flesh and Blood that went to $6,000.
Mm.
So you can have or Black Lotus, at
Yes.
least
Yeah.
you can have something original, then you have a proxy. That is the real for me is the
Yeah.
correct use of proxies.
Yeah.
you know
But
Proxies are used so that you will not ruin your high valued cards, right?
yes. Okay. No, that makes
And for
sense.
example, you are not allowed in casino for having a proxy coins, right? And play,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you
true.
will win
Yeah.
millions. Is that the
Yeah.
correct way of using proxy? Like you
I
said, okay, I'll bring proxy. These are proxy, sir. This is proxy, sir. Can I play? And then when you win, so how do
yeah.
you? So you need to have like an original one,
I guess
right?
that comes with like what the intent of the TCG is with its player base,
Mm-hmm.
because some TCGs perhaps they put that, I'm gonna call it the value gating. So you have to have enough money in order
Mm.
to have the best deck type of situation. Or is your TCG's intention for everyone to have fun and try to let everyone have access to all the decks that are available type of situation, right? So create a more fair playing ground. Uh, I do know. Sorry for going back to Pokemon because that's where I have the most knowledge of.
Yep.
Pokemon actually has a lot of, so there's like the alt art with the specific skills, but they
Yeah.
also print like promo cards, which
Yeah.
has the exact same card skills on it, but it's
Yep.
so much lower in value because there's so many available.
Yeah.
So I think that's one way of. So I guess in a way that's kind of like Pokemon's counterfeit or
Mm-hmm.
proxy card solution to this,
Yeah.
because they know that there's a collector's base and they know that there's a player's base type of situation. So what you mentioned for sure, like if you have the card, like either in a binder or in a slab, because you're a collector, but you also want to play the game, for
Yep.
sure. I think that makes sense. But at the same time, I think that uh, there you have to really, I guess, consider what the intent of the game is, because I think player bases for TCGs, I would still say it's like maybe 10 to 20%. I don't think there's that big of a player base for a lot of card games outside of Magic, though. Magic, I think, has like an almost an equal amount of player base versus collector base.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like the company has to balance and make the rules to see what they're going for. Like, are they trying to appeal to more to the collector base or more to the player base type of
Yes,
situation?
that's what Flesh and Blood do as well. They
Mhm.
have the first edition,
Yeah.
then that the first edition is really expensive, and
Mhm.
then they created a unlimited version.
Uh,
So unlimited version is there's a lot of print runs.
yeah.
So that will solve the problem of not solve but partially solve, because it will give more cards to the players,
Yeah.
and the price will go down, right?
Yeah.
So the print runs. So That's what I think about. But using
Oh,
counterfeits in tournaments is without without the
yeah.
back cards is no for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of card games they do see this issue as well, and I'm guessing that's why, like you said, either make a unlimited printing run or make alternative cards that have the same abilities. I think
Yeah,
that's already a good solution already,
correct.
to be honest. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and then if you are going like if you can't afford but you want to play,
Mhm.
go to the print and play. There are options there that you can print with your printer, and then you can cut it yourself and put it in a sleeve, and then you can play. You can experience a game, right?
Oh, so
But
you
once
mean
you
like more like house rules, I guess, like if you're playing with your friends or type of
Oh yeah, just
situation?
friends,
Oh, okay.
family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that if you really want to enjoy. But if
Mhm.
you want to be competitive, of course you need to go. You need to have your own deck, and or maybe you can partner with someone, your friend. And
Yeah.
if you don't have money, but if you don't have money, work for it.
Yeah.
Save until you get the card. Something like
Yeah.
that. So
Oh, makes
yeah,
sense.
it's
Then
it's uh, it's probably the easiest way to do that. Yeah, right. That
yeah.
can also you can do whatever you want if it's not a tournament, you know.
Yeah. It's it's kind of related to our topic a little bit, but
Hmm.
I think so. Certain TCGs also have reserve lists, right? So there are the cards that that kind of exist and are playable, but they aren't printing any more variations of it.
Hmm.
So those ones kind of go up a lot in value
Yep.
because there's no more variations of it, but they're still very powerful and playable. Kind of like Black Lotus, let's say, the
Yep.
best
Yes.
example.
Correct.
So I guess in that situation, what do you think about, I guess, the proxy situation? I guess still just like if you have a copy, then you should be able to play it. But if you don't, then I guess then try to save up to get another copy, to get a copy, I guess.
Well, it's like going to the moon, to the space.
Yeah.
If you can't afford going to the space, don't don't don't
Yeah.
don't inquire in NASA. And ask them that you need to have a cheapest rocket, so
That's
so I
true.
can
You
go
know what?
to the outer space because I'm
Yeah.
poor. So if you
Yeah.
can't afford, that's
Yeah.
what I want to tell the
Yeah. Yeah.
viewers. Don't buy if you can't afford. That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
Focus on the important
Yeah, go to another. There
expenditures
are
first.
different formats of MTG, right? You go to the
Yeah, that's true.
constructed, you
Mhm.
go buy the deck and tell your friends, okay, we have a tournament with the cheapest one, like the Popper or Commoner in Flesh and Blood. You know Popper?
I know the word
Yeah,
popper. I don't know the flesh, but
Poppers is for poor. I think Popper is means
yeah,
something poor.
PAU, yeah, yeah, exactly. Popper.
Yeah,
Like a poor
so that's
person.
why
Means a poor
that's why
person.
it's
Yeah.
called Popper because you can only use uncommon. Sorry,
Oh,
common,
coming on.
common or maybe one uncommon. I'm not sure, but all mostly commons. Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
those are cheap, like cents. Then in Flesh and Blood they call it commoner.
okay.
Commoner are commons. That's what
Yeah.
they call it, commoners. So yeah, go to that tournaments, right?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
don't.
that's
Yeah,
interesting. Never
yeah.
heard of that split up
Is
that
there
way. Yeah.
any in Pokemon like
Um,
Popper?
there are different the official leagues they kind of rotate,
Mm-hmm.
so different sets. So I think Sword and Shield is the latest set. So Sun and Moon cards, I think they're already not playable or they're going to be made unplayable. But
Mm-hmm.
they kind of move as the sets go on, type of situation, and so you have to keep on changing up the meta of the tournaments. So that's the official one. So they don't have any, I don't think, like pauper versus commoner versus regular type of
Mm.
different leagues, but they do have like what's it called? There's like the open, like all cards are able to use format as well, type of situation. So that way, but that one's harder to control, right? Because they balance the game based on what the latest set is. Because there's so many cards, they have 20 years of history, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so I think that's what they have in Pokemon. So nothing similar to what they have in Flesh and Blood,
Mm.
but I really like the Flesh and Blood idea actually. So that's more accessible for different tiers of people that want to enjoy the game and play competitively.
I don't say it is for the poor, but those who can't
Yeah.
just
Can't afford.
afford
Yeah, yeah,
the high priced cards. So that's
yeah,
I think that's the good solution as well.
yeah.
And but I'm not sure if Flesh and Blood has the commoner setup. It's because it was created by fans, so it's
Okay.
like a side game that
Yeah.
they created, but it's not officially for Flesh
Yeah.
and Blood. And also, I think I'm not sure in Pauper if it's official in Magic the Gathering, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. You know,
Yeah.
so
That-
that's how that's my idea, and yeah. So I think
it's-
we've covered everything here.
yeah.
Like
I can't think.
we
What
have a
else can we do?
solution, and if you have a
Exactly.
solution, guys, just comment down below if whatever you suggest, right?
Yeah. Exactly. You know what? Actually, I have some. So just so people know, so I guess these are kind of like proxy Pokemon cards, as you see.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I did not create these. I got these when I was a kid, and I kind of got tricked as well, right? Like you can see it's very
Ah,
fake. It's like green on the bottom and red
but
on
is that
top. And
is that a design of the Pokemon? But it's different.
no, Pokemon is completely different, right? Pokemon is
Yeah, the Pokemon is the ones with the yeah.
like you can tell the difference, right? Like the
Oh
real
yeah.
card, it looks so much better than the the fake one. But when you're a kid, like you said,
Ah,
it's hard to decipher, right? And
yeah,
then
because you're just reading the word Pokemon and it
yeah,
says
exactly.
Pokemon and then you buy. I have here the I have some fake Pokemons here. It's so thin
Yeah.
that it's like it's like a two piece of paper and then they put it. I don't know.
Together.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
just found
hilarious.
out that it's fake and
Yeah.
but it's
Um,
already like a PSA 0.
ah, yes.
It's it's played too much. So at
Yeah.
least it's not it will not go circulate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you know what? There are PSA 1 collectors, people that specifically look for cards that are too
Oh really?
damaged,
Oh,
because there's a
nice.
fine line between PSA 1 and a card that they won't even grade. So, like, if there's like a big
Ah,
tear in the middle, like they
yeah.
won't grade it because they're like, it's not an actual card anymore. But
Mm,
if you like ran it over with tires or I don't
yeah.
know, do something crazy with it, then it might get a PSA 1 type of thing.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, yeah. So the difference there, it's a fine line.
So is there any point 0.5 grade? PSA
Uh,
point 0.5?
no, there's no
No?
PSA 0.5,
Until
but
1?
yeah, it's one. Then I don't know if I've seen any 1.5s before, but there are 0.5s. They're like
Ah.
8.5, 7.5, but 9 to 10, there's no 9.5. So it goes from 9 to
Mm-hmm.
10. It's a bit different than like
9.
BGS or CGC. Like they have like
Yeah.
point five ratings there.
And there are a lot of graders right now. There's a lot of
Yes.
companies.
Yeah.
But
There's all the 3-letter acronyms. So many of them. Yeah.
yeah,
So
so I have an idea actually for the booster boxes, but I can't share it. It's still
oh, don't worry.
intellectual property of mine. I will
Well,
do it
hopefully we
first.
okay.
I will
Hopefully we
do it
see it
first. Yeah, because it
enough.
will really change the TCG industry. Yeah.
I'm
So
curious, man. You have to tell me later.
it will change,
Uh,
and yeah, it will really change. And I gonna use the power of the new technology right now. Anyway, we're gonna talk about that in the near future once I
yeah,
finish it.
looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we already have like almost an hour, right?
I
Already
know
an
time
hour.
just flies. Seriously, see? And that's why I love
Thank you
about
so
being a
much.
content. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for accepting my invite for
Yeah,
having like this one. And maybe we can do more on this.
yeah,
Hopefully if we have time like this.
exactly. We have to. Time is very valuable these days, right? So
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm sure we're
Yeah,
gonna have more of this. And guys, please comment down below on what topic maybe in the future.
mhm,
And I gonna also guest with in the Peeweez YouTube channel, and we're
yeah,
gonna talk about something that is interesting in the TCG industry, right?
yeah. We'll think up something interesting
Right.
because like I really like the topic today actually because it's not talked about too much and it's not like nowadays it's all about like investing or like uh, box openings and stuff. So talking about like counterfeit or proxy cards,
Mm-hmm.
definitely it's something I always thought about, but I never thought about talking in a video format.
Oh
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Well, there's a lot of discussion about that in the Discord, but
Yeah,
it's good to have it in the video. Yeah.
for sure.
All right. So please invite them to our viewers to your social channels,
Yeah, yeah.
social media
Uh,
channels.
I'll send Ben later link to my channel, or Ben can actually actually. There's nothing secret about it. So
Oh yeah.
if you can, if you like this video, definitely like it. Please subscribe to both me and Ben if you haven't yet, and you enjoyed our talk. And I was gonna say one more thing, but it's not my channel, so
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I normally say like keep on casting. See you guys next time. But gotta have
Okay.
that hook at the end, right? But
Oh, nice.
yeah. So yeah.
And you can contact Peeweez and me in Discord. So
Yes, definitely join.
you can join my Discord server, which is BenTC and Friends. The and is a symbol, BenTC and Friends, and you can talk to us, ask questions, and maybe you can also give your opinions about this topic today. All
Yeah,
right.
we really
So thank
appreciate it.
you, Peeweez, for your time, and I'm sure we're gonna have more of this, and let's think about more topics. And everything mentioned here will be posted in the description down below. So subscribe, guys, and then click on the ring icon, ring bell. Oh no, ring
Description.
bell
Yeah,
icon.
the bell icon.
Yeah,
Yep.
bell icon, so that you will be notified whenever there's a new video, and then like and comment what you think about the video. Then support Peewee's YouTube channel and social media channels if he
Mhm.
soon, right?
I know
TikTok.
exactly.
We
Up
will
and
be
coming.
that we will be dancing in TikTok. All right.
Maybe we
So
can do a
thanks.
collab there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you in
Yep.
the next video. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye.
Bye, Peewees.